right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you grew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well dramatic.
Now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. Power of my tongue.
Let me show you how it's done.
I can terrorize you for fun.
Demon be gone. You're a narcissist. Can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist. A reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing. What you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist.
It's always your way.
It's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say. Decline. You want what's mine. Try to bring me down. Try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always want to start a fight. No rules, never can you lose, no clue. Why you always gotta be right? Tell me why you so uptight. If it's all for show, gotta let you go, gotta let you go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a
What's going on with you?
those repeated cycles. I have studied all your habits, but the way you stare at me is savage. Try to con your pain on me, return to sender with that package of trash.
Moving on,
Now it's time for me to work.
wave my magic wand.
No more dragging me through the dirt. Teach you right from wrong. Run you like a marathon.
Once that truth turns to karma, you're done.
Demon be gone. You're a narcissist. Can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist. A reaction is your aim. I'll just give it.
Y'all hit that like button, hit that like button.
You're a narcissist.
What up with y'all?
Always your way. It's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say. Divine. You want what's mine. Try to bring me down.
Grand rising, grand rising.
Can't steal my shine.
We in motion, we in motion.
Them roles that destiny swapping, mocking, blocking shit. It's a no-go. All that ego doesn't fit. Only care for the glam. Only
We
care
had
for
to
the
come
goods.
back up here and pick up some stuff.
Gifts,
We had to come pick up some stuff, so we in motion.
Indian giver on a power trip. Acting like you rich. All the money in the world wouldn't change your attitude. Love them if you want, won't change my point of view on you as you laugh and you flaunt. Take your exit too. You're no match for the highest with authority over you. True.
Now back to the money.
Say you built a hive, forcing me the honey. Don't wanna be exposed, so you're acting all chummy. No one is around, now you wanna act funny. Funny, pick a personality, many burn bridges. Friendship fatality, you see it one way. I see duality like calories, burn away them dark principalities. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, but you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist.
So let me get this straight. If someone goes to visit somebody, then this is how you know people are not doing the right things on YouTube, right? Because we want to go visit, people from the collective, right? And automatically these YouTubers assume, right, that some type of sexual activity is going on, right? Doesn't that tell the way that they think more so than what's actually happening? Isn't that like a tell? Because if you think that everybody is performing sexual acts on each other, then that's your mind. That's how you're walking around this world thinking that that is the operation. Like, that is weird. You know what I mean? As soon as they seen like, oh, he's at Golden's. I don't know why he's over there. He like white people. I don't know why Golden. Da, 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 da. He what? Y'all got to make that shit make sense to y'all, that y'all think every man is out here on an adventure for sex, or everybody out here having sex. Like, that means that in your mind, that's how you perceive this world. That's what you're thinking. So when I run across people who's like, oh, they must be doing it. They must be doing. That's what your mind is thinking. You know, we're far from that. You know what I mean? Our collective is far from that way of thinking. But some people are stuck in that sacral chakra. They that's how they think. Everything leads back to sexual advancement. Everything leads back to sex. Everything leads back to that. Like, you're hating on us because we're actually in motion. We're actually meeting the people and making the physical connections with people that support us, that come to our page. You're mad because you go get your followers. Go pull up at your followers' house. Go pull up at your subscribers' house. Go hang out with your subscribers. Don't get mad at us because we actually hanging out with our subscribers. Don't get mad at us because we actually supporting the people that support us. Like, what the hell? I ain't never seen so much jealousy in my life. Like, they are mad. Like, they are big, big mad. I know it's all to just get attention. I know they just want attention. They just want somebody to mention their name. They want somebody to talk about them. They want somebody to say something about them so they can play the victim. After you say something about them, after you confront them, after you correct them, all they do is play the victim. They keep attacking people, attacking people, attacking people, and then play the victim. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, I don't know why people following Ralphdawise. He likes YT people, right? But then if I was to say, I don't know why anybody following that person, she likes this. Then it's like, oh, he's shaming me. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's talking about my sexuality. Like, you just want me to say something about you so bad so you could just play the victim. That's all y'all want to do. Y'all talk shit about somebody and then play the victim as soon as, if I say something back, you play the victim. That's why I've been ignoring y'all, because y'all are not genuine. Y'all come over here, oh, Grand Horizon, and act like you all, oh, it looks beautiful out there. And then immediately you go live and start talking crap. Why come to my page? Why not just block my page? If you really felt the way you felt about me, why not just block my page? You think you're going to stop me from operating on YouTube by keep running your mouth? No, it's 1,000,000-something people on here. You can block my page, or you don't want to block my page because you really don't have no content. You really don't have no creative nothing. All you can do is wait for someone to go live and then try to talk shit about what they want live about. That's all y'all sitting around on YouTube doing. Going up and down your page. Oh, what they talking about? What they talking about? Oh, Ralphdawise is live. Oh, let's go see. You come up with your own shit. Talking shit about me, building your page off of talking shit about me. That is crazy, because you're the one that begged to be in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. Shalom. Peace. These people are comical. They wanted to be a part of the Atlas Network. As soon as they wasn't a part of the Atlas Network, that's when they started trying to make pages against the Atlas family. Like, make up your mind. It's the same game every time, Green Eye. Same game every time. Like, are y'all not tired of that shit? We a year and a half. We You know what I mean? Like, y'all not tired of that shit? You gotta be tired of that shit. You know? You gotta be. We moved on to better things. You know what I'm saying? We moved on to better things. We trying to actually grow and build into something. You know what I mean? Why y'all mad at our growth and development? That's how you know you got people that bring positivity to this world, and then you got people that think their negativity is positivity. You know? That's how it is. You got people that bring positivity to this world, and then you think people, you know what I mean? You gotta think, like, we literally just want out and just vibe with people and just show people, like, you know, good energy, you know what I'm saying? Good company, so on and so forth. We not out here trying to fornicate with everything we come across. We not out here trying, that's some Sodom and Gomorrah shit. To even think like that. To think that people are out here and all they're thinking about is sex. That means you are a Sodom and you're a Gomorrahite or something. You're a Sodomite. Because the first thing they thought about was that. That was the first thing they thought about. Not, oh, there's not, oh, that. The first thing they thought about was sex. That's the first thing they thought about. That is a disturbed mind. That is a disturbed mind. You guys, you could say it's not, but that shit is weird to me. If somebody hanging out and the first thing you say is, "Oh, they must be fucking. Oh, they must be sucking on each other. Oh, they must have did this." That means all you think about in your mind is sex, fornication. That's why I said you don't have to do nothing. The power of the tongue is dangerous because all you gotta do is just let them talk. All you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is let them talk. They gonna tell on themselves. They gonna expose themselves. They gonna expose who they truly are. You know what I mean? Oh, she went over there to try to get the. They funny. I'm telling you, they are hilarious. All you could do is laugh at them. Because you got to think, all of these people were in the Discord at one point, you know? All of them. RC117, who's running around pretending to be Ralph, you know? All of them was in the Discord at one point. So they all came to the Discord, learned and gathered what they can from the Discord, and then went out and tried to portray the image of me. That is hilarious. All these people that's trying to make it seem like I'm not this and I'm not that. If I'm not this and I'm not that, why do y'all still steal my content? And why do y'all still watch me? If I'm all this, why do y'all still watch my content, steal my content, and my likeness and image? Like, damn, I gotta be cool. I gotta be a cool ass person. Think about it. I still hear my name coming out their mouth. Like, it's like they want to say Ralph, Ralph. It's like they want to say Ralph. You know? That dude name is not Ralph. That dude name is RC117. He's RC117. He's not Ralph, right? But they would like to distract everybody and try to point them to this Ralph. Oh, that's the Ralph we're talking about. That's the Ralph. So people won't come to the real Ralph and hear the truth. So you got RC117 saying, I'm Ralph, I'm Ralph, I'm Ralph, I'm Ralph. So now everybody goes to him, the fake Ralph, you know what I mean? The flamboyant Ralph, the I like penis Ralph. You get what I'm saying? So now instead of you coming to the masculine man that is Ralph, now you're going to the feminine identity thief that is Ralph. Get the fuck out of here. You don't think people see that shit? We see that shit. We see that y'all trying to steal my image and give it to somebody else. We see that shit. So that's why I say, like, you just got to pay attention to the world we live in. It's not that, oh, they didn't like me. It's not that, oh, they thought this. No, they knew, like, oh, shit, this dude, you know what I'm saying? This dude this dude that. So they knew that it was going to draw a lot of people in. They knew I possibly can draw a lot of people in, right? So then they just stole my likeness, my image. Some of them started trying to steal my talking points. Some of them stole like my spirituality. Some of them, they all decided different pieces or parts of me to steal. It's like sociopaths, like a group of sociopaths. They all like, well, I'm going to take his spiritual stuff. I'm going to take the way he laughs. I'm going to take his comedy. I'm going to take his music. You know, I'm going to take the pieces, you know, he's putting music there. I'm going to take his cartoon idea. I'm going to take this idea. That's all they did. That's all they did. You know? That's all they did. It's weird as hell, but that's why I said, in order for y'all to see it, we got to fall back and let y'all see it. You know what I mean? That's the only way y'all was going to see it, if we step back and let y'all see it. So as soon as my name became trending, as soon as everybody was like, who's this Ralph? Everybody's mentioning Ralph. He came and exposed Jaguar. Who is this Ralph person that everybody, that, you know, Jaguar is so scared of? Everybody's saying Ralph put Jaguar in her place. Ralph cursed Jaguar out. Ralph talked to Jaguar how she need to be talked to. Who is this Ralph? Who is this Ralph person? So as soon as everybody started getting curious about who was this Ralph person, all of a sudden, RC117. I'm Ralph. Hey guys, I'm Ralph. That's me. It's me you guys are talking about. Get your identity stealing ass up out of here. And all of them is trying to be like, oh, Ralph this, Ralph that. They all trying to make it seem like they got a victory off of Ralph. And Ralph been undefeated over here. No, Jag don't know him as Ralph. Y'all know I've been undefeated over here. Murph, Wolf Coochie, Jaguar, Maggie, we undefeated. We undefeated. Name one of them that beat us. Even Danny Robinson. Even Danny Robinson tried. And what happened? She ended up butthurt. You know what I'm saying? Big Hungry CC, Ronnie Slow. Like, everybody tried it. All the way up to Danny Robinson. And even Danny Robinson failed. All of them tried us, and all of them failed. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Did they not all try us? Did they not all fail? So we undefeated. We undefeated. You know? That's what they mad about. That's what they really mad about. They really like, damn, we can't get him. We can't get him to operate how we want him to operate. We can't get him to make a mistake. Every time we think we got him, he finds a way out. Every time we think we got him and we about to assassinate his character and defame his character, he always find a way out. How? They starting to think maybe somebody is telling me what's going on. That's what they starting to think. Now they starting to think like, nah, somebody telling him what we doing. Cause ain't no way he this smart. Ain't no way. You know what I mean? So that's why I say this is fun to me. This is fun.
Why do you deny me? You chose the lie created for you just to hide.
I got that spiritual discernment, you know.
Why obsessed about surviving?
Now you see this right here? You see what it says right here? You see what this say right here, guys? The keys of Solomon, which is the keys of soul of man, right? The keys of Solomon. So this is the keys of the soul of man. Look what it says. Occult rituals, magic, demons, and exorcisms. Now this is old. This goes back to the book of Revelations. All of this, Sodom and Gomorrah, ancient nuclear war. You see what it says? The sin of the golden calf. Remember, they took that calf and they started praising the golden calf, and God told them, do not take anything from them. And they took it, and then the plague happened, right? The tribe of Dan, pagan tribe of the Antichrist. See what I'm saying? So actually, all of these things that we hold true to, it's a reverse. So the pagans, they found a system of making us pretend like they chose our God, like they're putting the knowledge out about our God, but really they reversed everything. So when we thought we was following the Christ, we was following a bear Christ, which is a false Christ. If you get the Bible concordance will tell you about a false Christ. You got to look it up in B though, because it's Baal, like a BA or something like that is considered to be a false Christ. So there was a false Christ, and everybody started, following the false Christ. And then they created a martyrdom system because that was the pagan way at the time. Nothing came in through life. Everything came in through the unaliving process. So in order for anything to come in, according to the pagans, somebody had to unalive for it to come in. Oh yeah, they're gonna be in fight. They're gonna be fighting a lot of them. They really ducking that. They trying to make people talk about them so they can try to sue people and get money. So that's what they really trying to do. They trying to make people speak about them, say something about them, so they can hit you with a lawsuit. Like if I start talking about, Vampire, whatever her name is, I don't know what name she going by, but if I start talking about her, right, she's going to make it seem like, she's going to play that, LGBTIQ, make it seem like someone's being homophobic, make it seem like someone's attacking her, identity or gender, so on and so forth. That's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for someone to say something about her being who she is, and then that way, she sits there and cry, and then the LGBTIQ community comes and pampers her, and then someone tells her, oh, that's a hate crime. You could put a lawsuit against him. That's terroristic threats. He's trying to put it out there what your sexuality is so people can harm you, so on and so forth. So this is why you see this is why their operation is because they're waiting for someone to say something about them so they can play the victim. It's called victimizing software. So basically what they do is they go out and victimize somebody until that person says, I had enough, and then that person fights back. And then when that person fights back, they play the victim and then gain all the traction from being in victimhood. You know what I'm saying? It's real sad, but I can't tell somebody how to try to figure out, you know what I'm saying? How you get out of your survival, how you get your page monetized. All these people are using these methods to get their page monetized. They don't even care. It's not like they really care about what we got going on over here. It's not like they really, you know what I'm saying, is affected. It's not like we're, harming babies or anything of that nature, right? It's not like we're out here committing heinous crimes and they're crime busters or crime stoppers, right? They're just looking at somebody who's new to the sector and they're saying, like, we can build our page off of him. So if we just beef with him, he's a good person to beef with because he'll go back and forth with you. He'll keep on giving you content. He'll da 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 da. Like he's like an arch nemesis. So he's the perfect person. And then it's like, with his page growing so fast, you can get a lot of the people that's coming, that's intrigued by this new person that popped up, right? So now it's like, all you got to do is just put this in your title and put that in your title, and, we'll make sure he see it, da 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 da. Like, so it's just a group of people that's working together to try to trick these people into making it think that this is how they're supposed to build their page. They're not using their own creative thoughts. They're using gossip. They're using the grapevine. You know what I mean? So basically what they're doing is other people are coming to them and saying, hey, such and such is live right now. Such and such is over such and such house, so on and so forth. And then they're just building content off of gossip. And then they add their own little twist to it by making it seem like, oh, fornication and sex is going on, or, this happened and that happened. And, shut the fuck up. You're not reporting nothing that is true. You're not saying like, oh shit, Ralph popped up over there and he helped this family get into a house. You're not saying that. You're not saying, oh, Ralph taking care of a kid that's not biologically his, that he's been raising since he was 10 years old. You're not saying that. You're not saying, oh shit, this dude really going out and helping people without having nothing. And he just going out there helping people and he ain't got shit. You're not saying that. But you'll try to make it seem like I'm sticking my penis in this, I'm fornicating with this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You'll put all these lies out there, but you won't tell one truth about what the fuck I'm doing. Because you don't want people to come support the real. You don't want people to support the person that's actually going out in the world and using resources to help other people. When I get my money don't go to me. My money go to other fucking people. Other people. I reach out. What y'all doing? Oh, we just got put out, so on and so forth. We trying to find housing, so on and so forth. All right, give me 3 weeks. Let me work some shit out. I'm going to get y'all into a crib. Do I come on the internet and boast about it? No. Do I come on the internet and exploit somebody's life? No. I just do the shit that need to be done and get the fuck on. That's it. Y'all making life too complicated. You trying to read into that, feed into this, jealous of this, jealous of that. Oh, he ain't gonna be able to da-da-da-da-da. Golden just want to do this, Golden just want to do that. Really, people looking for a collective that's worth being a part of. You know what I'm saying? People looking for a group that's worth being a part of. Don't get mad at me because your group is not worth being a part of. Don't get mad at me because the table you building is not worth being a part of. It's a demonic table. All y'all doing is eating people at the table. When there's no more food on the table to eat, y'all start eating each other.
Fighting over creation made for all to thrive in. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always.
But it's okay though, because the real people see it. You know what I mean? The real people see it. That's why, that's why this is Mystery Babylon, you know what I mean? But the real people will see it. The real people sees it. The real people, will notice it. The real people will take heed to it. Like, damn, that dude is really like something different, you know, and they'll respect that, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like, I know I'm gonna run across a bunch of fake people. I know I'm gonna run across a bunch of people that want to tear me down, a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? And it's black women. It's a lot of black women. A lot of black women don't like me because I date white people. So what? I date black people too. My baby mom is black. You know what I'm saying? I dated a bunch of black people, but you see me with one white person. Oh, he's tainted. He's this. He's that. You know, that's a white man way of thinking. I never thought I'd see the day where black women will think like white men. Damn, I need to come out with a book. I need to come out with a book. Black women are thinking like white men. They think that it's their job to control the black man population. Just like white men think it's their job to control the white women population. Just like they say, oh, you was with a black man, you're tainted. Black women are doing that same shit. Black women are out here, they don't even care if they're with a black man. They're still looking at the next black man and what the next black man is doing. That shit is weird.
Always was, will always be just love, always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love, always is, always was, will always.
For real, think about it. White men think it's their job to control the population. Black women think it's their job to control the population.
So cold and chaos sits on your throne.
Do y'all see what I'm saying?
In a loop for how long your pride can fit.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Black women out here doing whatever. They're dating other races. They're dating outside their race. And other black women are not saying about it. In fact, they're empowering them. Yeah, girl, I wouldn't be mad at you. Go ahead and date outside the race because our men ain't shit. I'm thinking about dating outside the race myself, right? And then when a black man do it, they say, you ain't shit. You ain't this. Why are you empowering black women that's dating white men? But then when you see a black man dating a white man, you tearing them down and bashing them. So you telling the black women, it's good for you to step out the race, right? But then a black man can't step out the race and still be a part of it, right? A black woman can date whoever she want and still get empowered by her people and her community. But a black man got to hold the standards of what a black woman want them to hold, which is basically belittlement, which is basically putting us down, which is basically telling us we ain't shit, which is basically basically making us pay for all the things that all the other black men put them through, right? So when you get with a black woman, she's already scorned, she's already hurt. So now you trying to make up for all the pain that somebody else caused her. Not that shit's crazy.
When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love.
I don't know.
Always is, always.
I don't know. Yeah, like we made to be punching bags. I don't know. Like I'm good on that. I'm tired of being, I'm tired of being a punching bag to white women, black women. Like I'm tired of being a punching bag to all women. Like if a woman is not trying to respect me, trying to respect like my mind and, so on and so forth, I'm not doing it. The moment I see like you want to tear me down, you want to bash me, like make it make sense that I'm supposed to uplift you and tell you everything is going to be okay. Be your shield, be your protector, all of this stuff. But I can't get the same thing in return. I just get talked down to. Everything I say is a lie. Everything I try to be truthful about, it's like, oh no, that ain't no truth. That ain't this. Like, I can't do it no more. Ladies, I'm sorry, I can't do it no more. I get it. That's y'all prerogative. I try to stay like respectful as possible when it comes to women and their opinion and so on and so forth. And I try to be respectful, you know, but y'all mouth is dangerous. The way that y'all constantly think that it's okay to throw out subliminal messages that you know is harming the person that you're supposed to be with is crazy to me. You can't keep on tearing me down and expect me to show you love in the relationship. At some point, I'm going to shut down. At some point, I'm going to be standoffish. If everything I'm saying, you questioning, if everything I'm saying is a lie, why are we together? If you don't believe shit that I say, if everything I say, I got to prove this, prove that, do this, do that, jump through this loop. 1 minute you say you cold, the next minute you say you hot. 1 minute you say you want a sensitive person, the next minute you too sensitive. I'm good on that. I'm good on living in confusion. If I got to be by myself for the rest of my life, I will gladly be by myself for the rest of my life because I'm good. I'm tired of giving people maximum respect and get blatant disrespect. And then when you try to correct the disrespect, they say, that's just how I talk. So you talk disrespectful and you don't care to correct that for the sake of me. Okay, I get it. I got it. You know what I mean? That's it. Once I see that a woman's not willing to respect me the way that I'm asking to be respected, I'm good. Once I see that a woman is not trying to, talk to me the way that I'm asking to be talked to, I'm good. I don't want a woman talking to me with the bro and nigga, you ain't this. And I can go hang out with my homeboys if I wanted that shit. So until I can find like that person that's willing to, uphold certain standards in order to stay in a respectful place with one another, I'm not doing that shit. I think in this world, love is overrated. Somebody say they love you, but then treat you like shit. Somebody say they love you and then walk all over you. And that's their idea of love. Now I'm good. If you can't respect me, if you're not protecting my name when I'm not around, I'm good. If you letting people talk shit about me and you whispering to the grapevine, I'm good. If you ain't cutting that shit off right from the rip, hold up. You ain't about to say that about him in front of me. You better go somewhere else and say that shit. If you ain't protecting me like that, I'm good. If you sitting there letting your girlfriends whisper fucking negative shit about me in the dark just for the sake of girlfriend conversation, I'm good. You know why? Because I'm not doing that shit. My niggas, they ain't gonna know nothing. They ain't gonna never speak negative about the person I'm with or whatever the case may be because I'm cutting that shit off. Hold up. You ain't allowed to speak about her like that. I ain't never joining a bandwagon against the person that I'm with. I ain't never doing that. If a motherfucker is treating that person that I'm with fucked up, they treating me fucked up too because that person is now an extension of me. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people with people, but they letting other people bash the person name that they with and saying, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Yes, it do. It got everything to do with you. But it's okay though, because until I can find, that person that's willing to, hold my name in high regards just as well as I hold their name in high regards, I'll be single. I'm good with single. I'm good with it. I'm good. I come to the realization that like I'm a unique person. And my uniqueness is based on my ability to be kind, my ability to be forgiving, right? So if I can't find nobody that's willing to match that same energy, if I can't find nobody, and it don't matter what race they're in, right? If I can't find nobody to match that same energy that's always striving for knowledge, always trying to be enlightened, trying to be better than the person that they was yesterday, if I can't find nobody like that, I'm good. I like being single. You know what I'm saying? I think I like being single because the mindset of this is based off of, equally yoked. And if that person thinks that bringing negative, worry, doubt, and fear into your life is the idea of equally yoked, then that person ain't right for you because that person's not equally yoked inside their self. If someone's fighting the masculine energy inside their self, they're always going to fight you. If someone's fighting the feminine energy inside their self, they're always going to fight you. So if you really want to find somebody that's equally yoked with you, you got to find somebody that made peace with everything that is them. And masculine and feminine energy is inside of all of us. So if they're not balanced in the masculine energy and the feminine energy inside their own vessel, they're sure to disrupt your balance of that energy. So if you found a balance with your masculine energy and your feminine energy, don't get involved with somebody that ain't got that balance. Because as soon as you two, put your universes together, now everything that's in their universe is seeping into your reality, right? So all that worry, all that doubt, all that fear now is seeping into your reality. And now you got to go through a bunch of shit. I'm tired of going through shit because I want to help other people. I'm tired of going through shit because I want to be, it gets tiresome. It comes to a point, you know what I'm saying? So I can still help people and get the fuck on, you know? You ain't gotta, be in a relationship. I don't gotta be in a relationship to help people. I don't gotta have a significant other to help people. I don't gotta have somebody with me to help people. I ain't gotta, the person I'm with is not determining the love that I have for other people or anything of that nature. So a person ain't gotta have a spouse or somebody that they fornicating with to go out and be happy in this world. A person ain't gotta be, sticking, oh, he must be getting some every night. Oh, he's smiling. He must have got some last night. Oh, that's not how that works. That might be how your mind works, because that's what satisfies you. That's the one thing that makes you smile is a dick or some pussy, right? So you smile because of dick and pussy. Everybody don't smile because of dick and pussy. So the fact that people running around thinking that the world is only about dick and pussy, it says a lot about them and not about the world, you know? Think about what I'm saying now. I need y'all to think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying now. Why you think I just, I know that I come into people's life for a short amount of time. Like once whatever it is needs to be fixed, once whatever is needs to be done, 9 times out of 10, you're going to part from people's lives. You know what I mean? But people make the physical everything. The physical is not everything. If I left good energy, laughter, all of that behind, hold on to that memory that I left behind. You know what I mean? Hold on to the memory of that laughter, that you know what I'm saying, the feeling of that safety. When I'm around people, I calm their mind. When I'm around people, people feel safer. When I'm around people, people feel, like at ease. They feel like they can be their self a little bit, So it's like I give a level of comfort to the mind and the spirit that is soothing. I'm not here to please the body because the body's going to take care of the body. When you hungry, sure enough, you're going to get up and get something to eat, Whatever the case may be, if you feel yourself getting dehydrated, dry mouth, whatever, your body's going to put you in operation to go get some water. You know, I'm here to ease the mind. I'm here to you know what I'm saying? Hormones is a great part of development, right? Once you learn how to master your hormones, you can push your hormonic energy into something that you're passionate about. You can use that. See, they tell you that fornication is the only way to use that hormonic energy, right? That sexual tension, the only way to release that is through fornication. That's not true, right? Hormones hold a great part of your nervous system, right? So like the building of those, you know, secretions in the body, the building of that in the body, holding on to that, there's secrets in that. You know what I mean? So no, you're not wrong for your arousals. You're not wrong for your urges. Now, what you have to do inside your body is transfer that into something useful, right? Whether it be bringing life into this world, whether it be a passion. You know, if you look at boxers and stuff like that, when they're fighting, right, because they're passionate about the fight, right, you'll see them get aroused by it. If you go, you know, look at Mike Tyson, or, you know, Mike Tyson get aroused when he in there fighting. You know what I mean? Because it's his passion. He's, you know, using his hormonal energy for that, or whatever the case may be. So there's different ways to use that hormonal energy besides, you know, fornication. So no, you're not wrong. You know, don't look at it as like sinful to be, you know, aroused. Lust is something different. Arousal is one thing, but lust is like the negative of arousal. Like to be aroused, you can push that into a passion. But to be lustful is when you are thinking with just, you know, a body concept in mind, to please the flesh, a carnal desire. But if you allow that hormonal energy to rise in the vessel, you'll start achieving other things. You know, it'll strengthen your mind, it strengthen your ability to, you know, remember languages, whatever the case may be. But so like your hormones is something, it's considered to be your creative energy or your creative essence. A lot of people, you know, wrap this up with the birds and the bees, you know, when you come of age, you know, the coming of age story, so on and so forth. But um, what we think is wrong in this world is not wrong. A lot of the things we, you know, do is based off of an idea that man created. You know, some man at one point told us that this was the way of life. So our rights and wrongs is based off of the perception of somebody who was ruling at one point and determined this was right, that was right. Um, you know, we're unique creatures, you know, because of the essence of our seed, because of our ability to reproduce, so on and so forth. So you can't take away the arousal, you can't take away the hormones. It's a part of us as a whole. You know, our sexual desires is a part of us. Someone might make you feel guilty for your sexual desires. Someone might put you in shame for acting on your sexual desires. But ultimately, your sexual desires is a part of you. This is why Christ took Mary Magdalene, right? Mary Magdalene was Is the sound back on? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. So I don't know what part y'all stopped. Well, I don't know what part I stopped at, but okay. So, because the phone rang, so it interfered with both phones. 'Cause I got two phones. So when the phone rang, it interfered with both phones. Okay. So what I'm telling people is, we're multidimensional. You know what I'm saying? We're multidimensional beings. I want to give you guys some homework. If you don't believe we're multidimensional beings, right? What makes us multidimensional beings is for like our fornication, you know, sex, right? If you look up uh multi-dimensional body parts, right? Anybody can look this up right now. This is how you know we're multi-dimensional beings. Look up multi-dimensional body parts, or what body parts make us multi-dimensional, right? When you look this up, right, you're going to find all of our private parts are listed as what body parts make us multidimensional. Do you get what I'm saying? Why is all of our body parts listed as multidimensional body parts if through fornication we're not entering other dimensions? If through the act of sex we're not entering other dimensions, why is the pelvic and all of our body parts considered to be multi-dimensional body parts? Do y'all get what I'm saying? One's in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Now they know this because they use the Holy See as a way. That's why they said Diddy was putting his seed in their anal, because it was a way to one of the chakra systems that lead to their soul. You know what I mean? It was a way to one of the chakra systems that lead to their soul. So that's why he was entering their anal cavity, and he was disrupting the root chakra, because through the anal cavity you can actually, and this was something that Enki and Enlil put in play. That's why Enlil was considered the serpent, or a semen demon, because through his semen he was determined to infiltrate the souls of mankind. And certain people down here act on that operation by, being the Luciferian energy that is still operating like that, right? And they said it during the Diddy, like during the whole Diddy thing. That girl said, why do you think Diddy, enters through the anal? Because it's a way to the chakra system that leads to their soul. He's trying to corrupt their soul. You got to look into that. Like, you got to look into the Baphomet. You got to look into the depths of that, of what they're actually talking about. But, on to the next thing. So this is the Great Awakening map. And the reason why the Great Awakening map is depicted like this is because, let's say this up here is the light water, and this is the waters in the middle, and this is the dark water. But also, let's say this is a timeline. This gives you a timeline operation of when this stuff is going to happen. So if you start down here, you might see some things that already happened. If you look right here, you might see some things that already happened. You see great solar flash, time travel, meditation, astro travel, channeling, lucid dreams, yoga, chakras, spiritual guides. You'll see all of this taking place right now, okay? And then once we enter the next stage, then you'll see all of this coming out. Area 51, anti-gravity, unacknowledgement, special access project. you'll see all of this start coming out. Industrial stuff like that. So if you're looking at this and you're looking at this, this is what's happening, you know. And then once we get to the tip of the iceberg, this is when the Great Awakening takes place, right? That you see red pill, the Matrix, dark web, you know, war on drugs. You know, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? So like all of this stuff is happening right now, you know. Yeah, see, Mama D, I told you. Look, now did you find the picture that shows the human body and it shows the body parts and stuff? I can't show it on here too much because it's probably too graphic, but maybe in the Discord we'll hold like a Friday night or a Saturday night study or something like that where we can come in and we can all like study this stuff together and look up different stuff together. And you know what I mean? So maybe we'll start doing classes in the Discord and start, you know, and everybody just that, you know, throughout the week, whatever you learn throughout the week, you just bring it to the class in the Discord and we hold discussions about different variations of knowledge like that. You see it, right? Nicholas Tesla. Yeah, it does seem like a lot of average people is starting to get it now. But I think like because I got it for a long time, but I asked the universe for the ability to articulate it to other people so other people can get it. So we can give other people the knowledge so the knowledge can come back because that's where the energy lies at, you know? So if you know that the energy is generated from the brain, then our job is to awaken as many brains as possible to generate more of that energy. Now, people are manipulating that energy that is coming off of human beings, but that's the duality of this, right? Because you got to have duality in all of this. If there's an energy being created, there has to be a use for that energy. And someone else might determine the use for that energy. And through their eyes, they might want to use it for good. They might want to use it for bad. You don't know how someone's perceiving to use an energy of this magnitude. But that energy is coming from us. And we're getting to the point where we're starting to understand that we are creating and, you know, manifesting different versions of reality. It's like all realities are laid on top of each other right now. And because everybody are in different states of beings, all of these realities exist at the same time and don't exist at the same time. But some of them are starting to merge into our 10% that is the physical reality, right? Because the universe only gave us 10%. The 10% is what we physically see in this world. 90% is what we don't see. Some of it is sound, some of it is vibration, some of it is frequency, some of it is light. But the 10%. Can y'all hear me? One's in the chat if y'all can hear me. They keep on trying to call about, I don't know what the hell they calling about. Oh, Hubert. I don't know why I put this damn, because I put two lines on the same phone. So I got my business line and this new personal line on the same phone. And now, because I got this new number, all these telemarketers and shit keep calling my new number. So now I'm like, what the, like, I don't know if I should silence that shit. They not taking me off the damn do not call list.
On your throne. Stuck it.
Now, technically, I'm not supposed to be showing this map. Technically, you're not supposed to know about all of this stuff. technically. But over here, a part of this collective, you know, we like to enlighten not only ourselves, but each other, you know. That's what that's where that free energy comes in at. Once we realize about it, that's where that free energy comes in at. But this is all the knowledge that is coming in through the light. This is all that is coming in these solar flares. A lot of people don't know these solar flares are happening because they're happening at like 3 in the morning when everybody is asleep and so on and so forth. So these solar flares are happening. And they're telling you that the what you call 'em, what is it called? The seismic radar, the seismic what you call 'em is spiking. What is it? This I always mess up the name pronunciation of it. But so this is happening while we're asleep. These flares, these flashes, right? And the knowledge that is coming in through these solar flares, our body is going through solar synthesis to take in this knowledge. So these solar flares are affecting our pineal gland, right? And then a lot of people might feel this vibrational frequency moving from the top of your head on down, especially this coming August during the Lion's Gate, right? You're gonna feel these, like it's gonna start off as it's gonna start off like on your crown, like at the top of your head. It's gonna start off. It's gonna be like a vibration, but it's gonna be like a wave. You know how like you throw a rock into the ocean, and you see that wave that comes off of that rock when you throw it into the ocean? That's what's going to happen. It's going to come down your body like a wave. Each time it's coming down, it's going to go further and further down your body. Almost like a scan, like something is scanning you. It's like something comes over top of you and scans you, like all the way down to your feet. Some people might have felt this already. You might get that high-pitched sound in your ear, or you might get a vibration in the back of your ear. Now, these are good because all times there's a sound that's being let off, right? So they're using sound vibrational frequency to penetrate the brain, to penetrate your mind. A lot of us don't hear this. It's like a dog whistle, right? A lot of us don't hear it. But at all times, there's a controlling frequency sound that is controlling all of us, right? The sun is letting off, the universe is letting off this sound, right? Now, mankind blocks this sound through different variations of metals in the body, different variations of, stuff in the body, red 5, yellow 5, whatever the fuck they putting in the stuff. You know the stuff they putting in there, right? So they're blocking people from hearing the frequency of the universe that's going to put your body into proper operation, right? So right now, a frequency is being let off through the universe, right? To tell everyone that the operation of our bodies have changed. We're no longer under that previous operation of 3 meals a day. We're no longer under the previous operation of we can just do whatever to one another. We're no longer under the operation of being able to treat each other negatively, right? This is why a lot of negative stuff is backfiring on the person who cast out the negative, right? Yes, fasting. By fasting, you put your body at a fast vibrational frequency, which allows your life water to move faster through your body, which causes a generation of a fluid. That fluid becomes a gas. That gas rises to your brain, and it gets certain wheels turning in your brain. And then once those wheels start turning, it starts turning other wheels in your brain. The Bible calls it Ezekiel wheels in the sky. So when these wheels start turning from this gas builds up and turns into a fluid. Think about like a shower. When you're in the shower and that gas that builds up while you're in the shower and it sticks to the roof of the shower and then it drips down, right? That's the same thing that's happening with your body. When your lower water is moving at a fast vibrational frequency, this is why you're omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. It moves at a fast vibrational frequency. It heats up. It turns into a gas. This is where the working out comes in. When you fast and you work out, right, you're heating up that lower water in your body, which is also getting rid of a lot of the demonic energies in your body through your pores. You know, if you're working out barefooted, through the bottom of your feet, right? Once you start heating up your body, the demonic energies, they start running up out your body. They can't deal with the heat of the furnace that's inside of us, right? So that turns that water into a gas. That gas is what is the firmament, right? So it's fermentation in your gut, right? So what you're doing is, say you're putting food, fruits, vegetables, that fruit is fermentating in your stomach and creating a gas. If anyone who studied their self, you'll notice that when you eat beans and stuff, gas will go downward, right? Where you're farting or having to use the bathroom, right? Bowel movements, right? But if you eat fruits and vegetables, that gas will go up. You'll burp more, right? That gas is rising up in the body, so you're burping more. That's why it's called a fermentation. The fermentation of this gas in the body goes to the brain and creates a firmer mind, because ment means mental, ment means mind. So when you got firmer ment, it's telling you how to create a firmer mind, because it's the mental, right? Just like when you got testament, it's telling you how to test the mind, test the mental, right? When you got testament, when you got, you have these different terminologies, but these terminologies are telling you more than what you are listening for, right? So when you look at this world and you think you know, some of the greatest philosophers said the wisest man will tell you that he knows nothing at all. And this is true, because when you start to understand this universe, you realize no matter how much studying you do, you will never know everything. That was never up to us. You will know everything that the previous man might have jotted down in history. And that is nothing compared to what the universe has been doing. So if we look at this and we say our bodies is just like the earth and so on and so forth, right? Then you're saying like, okay, then we only know excess amount about earth. If we only know excess amount about earth, then we only know excess amount about ourselves. Because as above, so below, as without, so within. So if you're looking at the within part, then add it to the out part. Outside, we only know about 10% of our oceans and seas, but we know that our oceans and seas makes up 70-something% of the world. Take away that 10% from the oceans and seas that we do know, you're still looking at 65% of the world that we know nothing about. 65% of the world that we know nothing about, because it's in water. That's a lot. That's a lot of percentage, right? Holy Spirit, what's going on? Love is love. Namaste, Ashe, salutations, shalom, peace. Appreciate you stopping through. What's up down there, man? What's up down there in Jacksonville? I fuck around and drive down there one day. What's up with you? You see, we still moving forward, man. We still got the TikTok pages. We're going to start doing panels over there on TikTok and building those panels back up of conversational panels, you know. But, man, look, we still in motion, man. We in motion. We're doing great things out here. I started to hit you up the other week to see what you was up to.
In a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that.
All right, look, so I'm going to play this song, right? And you guys tell me if we can put it in the church. All right, I'm gonna play this song. Namaste, namaste. You guys tell me if we can put this song in the church, okay? Because I'm gonna pass it to, you know, somebody that's gonna learn it, and then they're gonna go sing it at church, okay? So listen to this song and tell me if we can put it in church.
Searching for the higher power, looking for the real thing. By the day and by the hour, to the source I'm gonna cling. If you call, he's going to answer. If you want, he's gonna show. No, I'm not just some believer. This is something that I know. If you knock, he's going to answer. If you ask, he's gonna show. Cause he's not just some creator. It's unconditional. He's a la, 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 la. He's love. It's unconditional. He's a la, 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 la. He's love. It's unconditional. We don't need a good imposter. Don't need no knockoff king. In this world, I'm just a foster. Truth is what I'm here to bring. Cause if you call, he's going to answer. Trust that he's gonna show. Cause I'm not just some believer. This is something that I know. If you knock, he's going to answer. If you ask, he's gonna show. Cause he's not just some creator. Oh,
It's unconditional. It's unconditional.
So glad I found the highest power. So glad I found the real thing. I'm with them in the highest tower. My people, are you listening? If you call, he's going to answer. If you want, he's sure to show. No, I'm not just some believer. This is something that I know. If you knock, he's going to answer. If you ask, he's gonna show. No, he's not just some creator. Oh, oh. It's unconditional. His love, la, la, la. His love is unconditional. His love, la, la, la. His love is unconditional. His love, la, la, la. His love is unconditional. His love, la, la, la. His love is unconditional. His love.
I think it's about time that, you know, we step into, you know, our real selves as a collective. You know, I think it's about time we step into our real selves as a collective. Let's shed the shields. You know, I'm ready to step out and show the world something greater. You know, I think it's about time we step out and, you know, do just that. The world is looking for something new. The world is looking for something revived. We're going to do some great things. I'm in transitioning right now, so I'm kind of like moving a bunch of stuff, to South Carolina. So I'm back up here. I got to load the car up again and then drive back down. So you know, any contribute will be great. It'll probably go to gas or something like that. Gas, food on the road or whatever. Um, Um, I found a place down there in South Carolina. I gotta get back down there and look at it. I'm trying to get back down there soon. Uh, Maybe tomorrow or one of these days I'll be back down there, and then we'll have a spot and we'll be putting the stuff in the spot from the storage, and then we gotta probably come up here and get some more stuff. Try to make it as light as possible. But yeah, we're definitely in motion. We're definitely doing things. If you want, you can go to the store and purchase something or another. If you want, you can buy some crystals, buy however you want to contribute. And if you feel like you don't want to give up something for nothing, then go purchase something from the store, or buy some crystals or something. If you know I know people value money more than anything. People don't want to, but we're going to have a wish list out soon for the things that we're going to need to grow. We are going to put together a meetup, I think for maybe April 20th, or maybe before that. April 20th seemed like a good distance away to try to do something. So however you looking at it, if you're not in the Discord, if you is in the Discord,
The party's going on in the Discord.
get to the Discord.
You can never be bored in the Discord.
We're not quite partying yet.
We're over there.
We almost there.
Socializing and sharing.
We almost back to the partying in the Discord.
In the Discord.
So I'm going to be putting together like a mix album. Like the next project for the album is going to be a mix album. It's going to be songs like for like, it's going to sound gospel-y, but I want to try to put together this mix album for this church person to sing, like give her a variety of songs that she can sing to uplift her, right? So this is something that I should have been done, right? I dropped the ball, and that's my fault, right? I know somebody, right? And this person is strong in her faith. She's unbelievably strong in her faith. She lost her youngest son during COVID, and I check up on her periodically, but I could have did more. I wasn't doing more. It wasn't like I didn't want to. It was because people got grieving that they got to go through. You can't never tell a mother how long to grieve. Their loss. You can't never tell them how long to grieve. Um, I watched this person. You know what I mean? Over 20 something years. And she's like the glue. She's like the glue to the family. But no one tells her she's the glue. You know, um, they know she's the glue, but they just don't tell her she's the glue. Um, and when I say like this person, no matter what this person is going through, their faith is strong, right? And the universe has been telling me to check up on this person, like telling me to, and I wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna lie, like I had my own shit going on, if you would say. I wasn't paying attention, but I was still trying. I was still trying to do what I can, like waiting, but when this person do reveal their self, um, you guys are going to be amazed by this person. But right now, you know, it's just a project I want to work on. Um, so this is really not about me. You know, I am relocating to South Carolina, but this is really about this person. And I think, you know, a lot of people don't realize, like, when they run across some form of God or a notion of God, a hint of God. We can only see God through uh, each other. You know, if you're looking for God in this world, stop. Stop looking for God in the world, right? Take a step back, right? Look for acts of God. Look for gestures of God, right? Because that's the only way you're going to see God in this world is through other people. If you're searching for Christ, if you're searching for the Christ in this world, look through other people, you know? Look at their deeds, you know? That's how you see Christ in this world. That's how you see God in this world. That's how you see Allah in this world. That's how you see Muhammad in this world. You can only see them through other people, right? And I think sometimes we miss, you know, we're so busy searching for the devil that we miss the God in each other, you know? God didn't go anywhere. We stopped being reflections of him, you know? God didn't go anywhere. We just stopped being reflections of God. So, you know, they say you search for the devil long enough, you'll find him, you know? I think we just stopped being a greater reflection of oneself, which made it a devilish thing. And now we don't know how to get back to that which is, you know, which was and always will be. But we're getting there, though. We're getting there. We're figuring out how to put all the pieces back together. We're figuring out how to balance our feelings and emotions. Well, really control our feelings and emotions and how to balance the knowledge, right? It's a certain level of knowledge that has to be poured back into this world. It has to be poured back into this world. And the universe is favoring those who are pouring the knowledge back into this world. Um, and the universe is working, you know, with God in order to reshape the idea of this world. But we have to be willing, you know. One has to be willing, and that's the truth of it all. A lot of people say that they are willing, but then when the going gets tough and the tough get going, guess what? They're not really as willing as they say they are, right? So, however you look at this is a journey. It's a forever journey. Time doesn't exist, and we win it, you know? I don't know if you got to expecto patronum or bibbity bobbity boo this shit, but magic is in the air. You know what I mean? Magic is in the air, you know? You can probably hit a motherfucker with a Wingardium Leviosa right now. Yeah, you could probably go outside and just, you know, magic wand, Wingardium Leviosa, and they might end up floating or some shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of energy in the air. There's a lot of shifting taking place right now, moving through different fears. You know, different variations of, you know, fears. There's a lot of stuff going on. So that's a great thing. You know, that's a great thing. Like I said, you know, we're not out here trying to manipulate. We're not out here trying to. There's no uh, gain. There's nothing to gain in going out trying to manipulate people. You walk away feeling worse. You walk away feeling bad. A lot of people don't really understand how things work in this world, but they want to understand how things work in this world. Um, you know, and even though we might say, well, if you know better, you do better. That's not always true. A lot of people would more so rather stay in the unknown than actually trying to do better. You know what I mean? When you start talking about the things that people should know to do better, they'll block that shit out. They'll act like they didn't hear you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to know better. That way they don't have to be, upheld with doing better. That's why, telling somebody that somebody else already died for the sins that they about to commit, that eases up the fact that you already know you want to do some shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's taking away the accountability of one's actions. You know what I mean? So people are like, shit, I can, yeah, they already knew I was going to do this. So, I'm going to go ahead and do it because somebody already died for it. Ain't no sense of letting them die in vain. If I don't sin, then he died in vain. You get what I'm saying? It's a trick of the mind. It's like that DARE program. Remember when they came out with that DARE program? How many of y'all remember the DARE program? Don't mind me. I'm trying to get this stuff off the floor. Got a bunch of blunt stuff on the floor from rolling blunts. You remember that DARE program? All right, now watch this. Watch this. It was a trick. The DARE program was a trick, right? Because look, the DARE program stood for Drug Abuse Resisting Education, right? Listen to what I said. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resisting Education, right? DARE, right? Now, if you look at this world, that's exactly what's going on in this world. Drug abuse and resisting education. And they dared us to do it. So now we abuse drugs and resist education. Huh? Come on. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. We should have stuck with, we should have stuck with Scruff McGruff. You know what I'm saying? We should have just stuck with Scruff McGruff, taking a bite out of crime. It was teaching them to do those things. Exactly. It was teaching them to do those things. It was the spell that was in the word. Yes. It was a spelling word. It was a spell in the word. Yeah. Even that, like, I was in the Gateway program. I was in that program. They was. I didn't know. I thought everybody was going. I thought they was pulling kids out of classes I thought they was doing that to every kid. I didn't know. That's no wonder why when I was going back to other kids telling them like, oh, they're gonna do this. They're gonna show you some cards and ask you what you see. They're gonna ask you if you see these lights. They're gonna put like this, thing on your eyes and tell you to hit this button every time you see like this or that. If you see these little red out the corner of your eyes, they're gonna teach you, I thought all of us was in that program. I thought it was no wonder why my mom told me if they ask you if you my mom said if they ask you if they ask you if somebody's talking to you in your head, tell them no. That's what my mom said. I ain't know what the hell she meant by that shit. She's like, if they ask them if you hear voices in your head, tell them no. I was like, what? But I do, but I am talking to myself inside myself. I don't know, people. I think we was duped. I think they duped us. Huh? I think they duped us. Huh? I think this is how the bedrock. I think they duped us. Yep. And now I'm starting to rethink those damn Flintstone vitamins. I'm starting to rethink those Flintstone vitamins. 10 million strong and growing. Yeah, you mother suckers, you. You mother suckers, you. Huh? We're Flintstone kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tricked us. Trying to make us dumber. Yeah. Try to make us like, because you got to think, when you think about a Flintstone kid, you got to go to Bam Bam. You got to go back to Bam Bam and Pebbles. You got to go back to Barney and Fred. You know what I'm saying? And Dino. You got to go back to that because that's what Flintstones was related to. So if you think we're all Flintstone kids, then we all going to grow up to be a Barney, a Fred, a Wilma. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to work at the rock quarry. Just dumb. What are you thinking about, Fred? I don't know, Barney. And then I seen one episode of Flintstones where it was a Halloween episode, and Barney had he had something on his head, right? And Fred said, oh, where you gonna put that hat at, Barney? And Barney said, I don't know, Fred. I only got 2 heads. I said, what the hell was that? What did he just say? You know, they want us dumb. They want us dumb. They want us to be a Bam Bam. Bam Bam ain't say nothing but bam, bam, that's it. Bam, bam, that's it. That's all he said. You know? I'm trying to tell y'all something. We're Flintstone kids. You was taking them Flintstone vitamins. Don't act like you wasn't. You was taking them Flintstone vitamins. Say you wasn't. A lot of y'all don't even know that Goofy ain't even a dog. Huh? A lot of y'all don't even know that Goofy was not a dog. Think about it. You go back and watch it. Everybody, every animal married or was with an animal that was the same species as them. Mickey married a mouse. Donald married a duck. Goofy married a cow. Come on! Come on! Pluto was the only dog in the show. Huh? Pluto was the only dog in the show. And think about Pluto. Huh? Why are all these other animals talking, but Pluto couldn't talk? What the what? It never made sense. None of this stuff never made sense to me when I was a kid. I was watching and I'm like, why Pluto not talking? All these other motherfucking animals talking. Why Pluto can't talk? The mouse talk. The duck talk. The unorthodox cow that y'all want us to think is the dog talks. But the fucking dog don't talk? You know? Because Pluto started off as an Angus cow. That's what Pluto started off as an English cow. But the country that they was depicting the cow from didn't like the depiction of how they was depicting their cow, so they had to change Pluto to a like a mixed unorthodox dog or some shit. But then if he's an unorthodox dog, why the hell did he marry a cow? This shit ain't making sense, right? And that was just in one cartoon. Once I spotted that shit in that cartoon, I started looking for shit in everything. I started looking for shit in everything. I was listening to the first Tony the Tiger commercial, and I was like, look, they told on themselves. My brother was like, what do you mean? I said, they told on themselves in the song. He said, what do you mean? I said, in the Tony the Tiger song, they told us that Frosted Flakes is nothing but cornflakes with sugar on them. They told us. He said, what? I said, listen to the song, right? They say, hey, Tony, I like the things you do. Hey, Tony, if I could, I would be you. You're the one and only tiger with the one and only taste. You know how to take some cornflakes and make them Frosted Flakes. They're more than good. They're great. See, they told us in the very first song, they told us that Frosted Flakes is nothing but cornflakes. In the very first song. Oh, they changed that shit after that shit became popular and cool. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to thinking, that explains why that Kool-Aid man is always fucking smiling. Cause he laughing at us. We drinking sugar and fucking food coloring. And this motherfucker just a smiling at us and shit. Busting in the walls and shit. Just smiling. Yeah, man, listen. I used to think about all of that shit. I used to be like, damn. So they just be laughing in our face. It's just like, you know, Prego, the little, you know, the sauce, you know, the spaghetti sauce, Prego, right? That's Italian for you're welcome. That's some arrogant ass shit, if you ask me. That's some arrogant ass shit. Prego is you're welcome. So them motherfuckers just knew. Huh? They just knew. Thank you. You're welcome. You arrogant ass motherfuckers. Mm. Talking about your welcome. 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 You're welcome. Huh?
We got music,
Right.
we got art. Love is love, sets us apart. It's a virtual town, so inviting. You know they want you around, it's exciting. The party's going down in the Discord.
Yo, listen. Listen, I got here. When I got here, I got like my car was on E when I got here. I was like, damn, I made it just in time. I ain't go to the gas station or nothing. I came straight in, jumped in the shower, got something to eat. Oh, damn, I got some food in there too. Salmon. Salmon and rice. Oh, salmon. Salmon. It's not salmon. It's salmon. Salmon.
You can never be bored in the Discord. Welcome to IT. What's it gonna be? Oh, I'll take it. We can serve your tea hot. We can make it ice cold. We can put it in a shot. Oh, we can make it real bold. Oh, oh.
Beef on top of beef.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's getting messy.
We having black tea. So won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea. But be careful not to slip. Black tea. Taste the drama real good. Do you want some black tea? In the YT neighborhood. Truth is moving on them streets. But it's caught between them lies. Who be grifting, who cheats? Who be sending round them spies?
No.
Beef on top of beef.
No, I didn't get the dog. I didn't take the dog. They got Chino. Nope. Chino didn't come with me.
All day, every day, troublemakers put. Welcome everyone before it's over and we're done. You know that I need them in the bush behind them trees. We give it to you freely, please. Baby, don't you please. Get them lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise the lights up. Get them to 100% for the
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. It ain't funny.
Lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise them lights up. Get them to 100%. It's the
Oh man, good to hear that you feeling better.
Yeah.
Every 10 years. Oh, it's the 10-year anniversary of the flu. Damn. Because back in the day, we knew a way to grow the brain. So back in the day, our brain, the back of our skull used to grow more. um, you know, because we knew a way to grow the brain, right? At some point, we stunted the growth of the brain. But if you go back into like archaeology and stuff like that, you'll find like sculptures with pharaohs, and then you'll look by the pharaoh and you'll see like a kid with like a cone head. This is where that movie Conehead come from, right? If you go watch the movie Conehead, you'll see they had these elongated skulls like this. And these elongated skulls, you notice that they didn't physically fornicate. They literally like put their, brains next to each other or whatever, because it was a mental thing. They knew the power of the brain and how to fornicate with someone's brain as opposed to a physical fornication, but they enhanced these abilities through technology and stuff like that. So the cone heads was like considered the enlightened ones or whatever. So if you go back to like, certain, pictures of like Egyptians and stuff like that, you'll see these children with elongated heads, like by the, pharaohs or whatever. This goes back to like, Golden Child or however you look at it. So it has a deeper history. This particular one right here is the Afu-Ra African, which is considered Afu-Ra, which is flesh of God. So Afu is flesh, and then Ra is God. So it's flesh of God. Afu-Ra African. Yeah, the popes wear the hats because the hats was to hide this. But the popes wear it because of they got the fish on there or depict the fish on there. But a lot of this is what the popes will be hiding. You know what I'm saying? They don't hide it no more because they don't grow like this no more, because they started, all this knowledge that puts together to put together a human vessel of this nature. They took away the knowledge to birth the Afro-Ra African, however you want to look at it. Yeah. So however you look at it, like knowledge has to be put back into this world because the balance of knowledge is off right now. Like I said, we are in motion. We just went down to South Carolina. We just was in North Carolina visiting Golden. We just came back up here to load the car up again, and we're headed back to South Carolina, where we're going to be relocating and getting a place down there or something. When I say we, I'm talking about us, the collective. You, me, and all of us. We're that. You know what I mean? So we'll have the PC set back up soon, and everything like that, and we'll be moving in a greater production of just being live. Once we get everything set up, we're going to do a 24-hour live where we're just going to, recap, catch up, hang out, and so on and so forth. I don't know if we're going to do that on YouTube. We might do that on TikTok. Might be better to do that on TikTok, build an algorithm over there on the Ralphdawise page. No, we'll do it on both. We'll do it on YouTube, and I'll go live from Ralphdawise on my phone, and we'll just, kick it, whatever. All right, you have a great day. Namaste, Ashe, salutations, shalom, peace. I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna come up to Canada. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna make a trip up there as soon as like the funding and everything get right. I'm gonna do a couple of retreats here in North Carolina or down in North Carolina. I'm gonna do a couple of retreats, couple of hangouts, couple of gatherings and stuff like that. I'm gonna bring on some like performers and stuff like that. Try to put like a physical crew together so that way we can move a little bit more properly. However you look at it. So, I think greater things are happening. I'm, like I said, I'm in between So I'm gonna head back down there, put everything together, and you know, I got to get the stuff out the storage and set up everything again, and then we good. You know what I mean? We good after that. So just be patient with me. You know, I'm trying to move as quickly and as diligently as possible, uh, and everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna work out. Like I said, we got a couple of people that are, you know, in need. I think we're all in need of help. I think, through a lot of these platforms, they're not showing the level of, you know, connection that they can show. Not even with their own supporters. I think it's a little bit more than just having, people drawn to you through the internet, right? I think when people are drawn to you through the internet, it's up to you to, be an example of whatever. Have some integrity a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can still bring content. Yeah, you can still give people the news, whatever. All of this belittlement, tearing people down, bashing, all of this stuff, I think it is causing us to, distance ourselves from each other. When you start trying to criticize someone for their choices, when you start trying to criticize someone for their actions, when you start trying to judge someone, all of that stuff, I think, it gets in the way of, us making any type of connection or any type of like progress in this whole thing. So our operation is to, lead with exemplary measures to a greater notion of success, with all of this, and build a brand in the process. We are building a brand in the process. Everybody that's a part of it, we'll have, once we get enough people, once we get enough activity in the Discord, we'll have a meeting and I'll tell you guys what the plan is or whatever. It's very simple. Basically, how we're going to do it is very simple. But I got to get the right people before I start speaking on it, because a lot of people will just take your ideas and they'll never, come back and support what you got going on. They'll never try to, they'll just steal your ideas and then go grow and get whatever currency they're going to get. But they don't never come back and support, you know what I mean? So that, to me, it's like that defeats the purpose. You're just stealing people's intellectual properties and then going to make money off of it, So I gotta be more, gotta have a little bit more discernment on who I speak to about, different things, you know what I mean? All right, you take it easy. So yeah, great things is happening. A lot of great things is happening. I gave out some secrets already, and I can't get them back. I can't get those secrets that I gave out already. People are using them, and it's cool. But it would have been nice if they would have, stayed or try to help build the collective, since you stealing ideas from the collective. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to steal ideas from the collective, then you might as well, contribute to the collective too.
Atlas holding us down while keeping us high. With the law of one, we reach for the sky. His arms strong, the weight won't break. With every step, he helps us away. Move as one, moving in love. Let us hear his heart of gold, and lights our way.
Why did just pause like that? Why did just somebody must be spamming my account already? Damn. Somebody must be spamming my account already.
He paid the toll for a brighter day. Move as one, moving in love. 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 Reach for his hands, the stars align. Time bends softly, no dividing line. Together we rise, no walls, no end. Atlas leads us where the broken mend. Move as one, moving in love, moving in love. Move as one, moving in love, moving in love. Move as one, moving in love, moving in love. Move as one, moving in yeah. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to grow something real. When you don't know what you're gonna do, and you're down and out, they're there for you. Baby, at the spot, they care for you. Oh, where for you? Yeah, they fuck with you. When you got good news, they went with you. Got your different views, still in with you. They stay with you every day for you. Through the highs and lows, they slay for you. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to know that it's real. We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're
Gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective. Atlas Collective.
through the stormy skies, they fight for you. When the world denies, they lie for you. They fuck with you, on the block with you.
Yes, they tick tock and lock with you.
When things go wrong, they fuck with you. You haven't known them long, and they're there for you. Always standing strong, they stand with you. So bang with you, yeah, they bang with you. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to grow something real. We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective.
Atlas
We're
Collective.
gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective.
Atlas Collective.
Fight as a collective.
Move as one.
What's right as a collective. Move as one, won't quit till it's done.
Stay focused and selective. Atlas Collective.
Oh, it's so
world has lost its mind. Mommy, why are you trying to find more money, more time to make the life steady, alright? It ain't easy going through this life, blinded by false light, feeling dead inside. But there's hope for wants to be made right. Long as you can see within collectively to get all we want, all we need, all we ever really wanted was you. All we ever really needed was you. You. Ah. Another year, another tear, another word, another ear. Wisdom only speaks to understanding that can hear. Even by only seeing makes the vision unclear. High tides of love will flood. The Atlas family is one. All we want, all we need, all we ever really wanted was you. All we ever really needed was you. You, I miss you. Ah. All we ever really wanted was you. You. Dang. Dang. Hey, man. Gotta love it, right? You got to love it. Got to love it. You got to love it, you know? Listen, man, if nobody told y'all that they love y'all today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Hope you guys are, you know, doing great, feeling great, and all of that good stuff, you know. I'm going to probably get something to eat. This is like, I guess, my rest time or downtime, whatever. And until I try to head back down there, the faster I get the spot, the faster I can, you know, put everything in motion. Until next time. Always, always safe, always safe, always safe, always gotta stay safe. You know how I go. Always gotta stay safe. You know how it go. How it goes. Yeah. Yep. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it, tell me you're nothing now, but I think you're moving too fast. I seen the rainbow yesterday, but too many stars